Just do it. Nike says this because they understand when it comes to taking steps that challenge us, we feel like we maybe are not good enough, right? But that's why they say, just do it. So let's do it together. Hi, I'm Stella. If you're ready to make small but meaningful changes to feel more fulfilled in your life, this video is for you. Today we're talking about something near and dear to my heart, how being proactive can transform your life, especially for us women over 60. Life gets a little bit more important to us as we get older, so this is why being proactive is so important. If you're new here, I talk about how women over 60 are embracing life, reclaiming their true self, and living their best life forward. If that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, hit the subscribe button below, and let's begin. You first have to slow down so you understand what you want and why. This is called self-awareness, and we dove into this subject in a previous video. I'll link it down below. There's no silver bullet here. There's inner work involved. However, even positive changes in our life don't always feel positive in the beginning, and it discourages us. And that's why Nike says, just do it. Don't let temporary failures stop you from pushing through and being proactive in your life. Temporary failures are detours in the right direction. The older we get, the more important our health is, because we want to have a joyful life going forward. Good health should be a priority for everyone, but especially for women over 60. We need to maintain our strength and our mobility. These are two areas that get very challenged as we get older. Making sure we keep strong and doing exercises that enhance our mobility is what keeps us able to engage in fun activities and go on adventures. This is the time to do that, right? This also boosts our self-esteem and demonstrates that we are in control of our life. And that is even more important. Just a small nutritional tweak, like eliminating high sugar foods from your diet and substituting with fresh fruit and honey, is one small area that you can make big improvements. For me, well, everybody knows it's my crazy. I go running. And when I go for a run, after that, I feel grounded and I feel a lot more energized, believe it or not. The next point I want to cover is your social life. As we get older, it's quite true, we become more isolated. Quality connections are far more important than the quantity of them. There's a 38-year-long study that was conducted by Harvard University, and it demonstrates that relationships are stress regulators. If you talk to someone when you're feeling stressed, you can literally feel your body calming down. That means if you don't have good relationships, you remain in low levels of stress, and your stress hormones keep coming up in your bloodstream, and over a long time, that has a detrimental effect on your health. Building social connections doesn't mean you have to be a party animal. Just build it one person at a time. It doesn't take a lot of people to have a relationship. And I'm not talking about romantic relationships, just plain friendships. And sometimes it could be something as simple as having a cup of coffee with your neighbor. I recently did that because I moved into a new building and I didn't know anyone except myself. And one day I met my neighbor, and she's a young mother with a little boy, and I was able to have a lovely conversation with her. And now each time we meet each other, it's just a nice positive exchange, and it feels good just to know that the person living next door knows me by name and vice versa. Let's shift to finances next. The key point here is financial confidence is freedom. You know, getting your finances under control is a priority for everyone. However, my focus is on women over 60 who are transitioning to solo living. This is a growing trend, and I myself am a good example. Perhaps you are as well. Financial confidence can reduce stress and anxiety, and it also creates opportunities for joy. You don't have to go it alone. There are financial advisors who are looking out for your best interests, and they're usually free. Knowing how much you have to spend compared to what you actually earn is so empowering, because you get to decide what changes you want to make and how and when you make them. This is such an empowering activity. You don't need to be wealthy to feel secure, just proactive. I will link below a powerful video that I did for women over 60 and their money. Let's shift to talking about setting goals. A sense of purpose starts with clear, achievable goals. Being excited about the future and making consistent progress in your life will enhance your self-concept. Setting goals is simple and it can be very effective. An example for goal setting doesn't have to be measured against something that earns you an income. It could be a nutrition goal, it could be a fitness goal, but all the same, whatever it is, it needs to be a timeline that is no longer than 90 days. The other important aspect of this is life happens, and sometimes we can't achieve those goals. So don't be hard on yourself. That's another reason a 90-day plan works because, well, so you didn't do it this week, you'll do it next week. Let's talk briefly about paying it forward. Helping others enriches your own life. This doesn't have to be complicated or a big deal. It could be just as simple as being a good listener, or if you like, becoming a volunteer in an area that is of interest to you, and you can make friendships this way. If you don't already know this, I'm Greek, and my grandmother used to say, one hand washes the other, and together they wash the face. Isn't that a nice sentiment? I'm Stella. If you enjoyed this video and it inspired you, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe for more content that involves women over 60 embracing life. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.